All you moonshiners, if you want to.
Yes, we have another for you. Thought it was a really, really good time to bring in Mike. And you may recall our blind distiller out of Florida. And I've spent a lot of time down there with him. Mike and I have been connected for years now. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even know he was blind for the first 6 or 8 months because everything was done via phone. But we've got him and we've got Kevin from the Cock and Horse distillery up there in Maryland. And we're trying to get in touch with Andreas, but right now he's out in Aspen on the ski slope. So without further ado, let's bring everybody in and we'll say hello and get this thing rolling. There we go. Kevin.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
And there's Mike.
Howdy, guys.
Yeah, Mike, we can see you. It looks, hey, man, what a hell of a setup.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is my my incarnation of a fast ferment. I tell you, for the money, you can't beat a fast fermenter. And if you're blind, particularly, because I don't have to worry about racking, setting a siphon height, not sucking up dead yeast and trub and all that. It's basically automatic. But the problem I found with the fast ferment, with the plastic, all plastic, and especially the valve. The valve works great. I've never had a problem with it leaking. But if you go to clean that thing, you take it apart. I don't know. So I converted the whole bottom end all stainless with a mason jar glass. And it's got a butterfly goes off valve, and it's stainless. The only part, if I've got really hot water in here when I'm cleaning it, I might get a leak here and might have to tighten it up where the plastic thread. Yeah. But I haven't had any problems with this, and I've made many fermentations off of it. Plus, I've also, besides the factory sampling port here, I put in an inlet and an outlet. This is an inlet to feed I've got a Wickman Riptide brew pump. And so I'll open the valve, hook up the hoses to the pump, open the valve, it'll pull into the pump, then it'll pump out and come back here. And I've got a whirlpool fitting on the inside. And this is so I can degas. I'm a big fan of when you pitch your yeast. I have an O2 line. It's a stainless steel tube going down to the bottom with an air stone on it. And I got a oxygen bottle here with a Blickman regulator. I think I set it for 3 clicks. But I'll oxygenate for an hour. And then when I drop about a third of my expected gravity drop, then I will degas for 5 minutes every day by kicking the whirlpool on. And I might even oxygenate a little more. And boy, I tell you, I've got some serious gravity drops with that.
Man, you know, Mike is taking this to a level of scientific analogy and adaptation. Mike, I'm impressed with your whole set. You know, other folks may not realize this. Maybe they do now, but you are blind and you are successful at what you do. And I know there are some trials and tribulations. Let's bring Kevin in real quick because this is the first time you and Kevin got a chance to meet. Matter of fact, oh, by the way, Kevin owed you a phone call about 3 weeks ago. I'm just happy that I was able to make that stuff happen since you can't dial a phone. Go ahead, Kevin.
Well, so Mike, I'm sorry. We've been very busy over there, and yeah, I keep telling George actually I gotta call Mike, but I've been trying to do it when I had Andreas. And then his schedule, just with everything going on at the hospital and COVID and everything else like that. I'm lucky if I get him for 3 hours a week or something like that. Normally that's either recording YouTube videos or, doing something else. But George, can you do me a favor? Can you go back to the 1 screen or the 3 screens for a second? Because I want to talk about his setup. First of all, I'm absolutely blown away. You've taken that to like a whole level that I would have never even dreamed of with the fast ferment. I didn't even know you could do all that to a fast ferment, to be honest with you. And now I'm going to steal the hell out of those ideas because that's amazing.
Oh yeah,
it's incredible.
Hey, that's what these YouTube channels with home distilling are all about. I mean, George says it best, man. What is it? Oh man, what was the acronym you came up with, George?
SIS, Steal Ideas Shamelessly.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you see somebody's got a good one, man, steal it. You can give them credit, but steal it. Because if it works for them, it's going to work for you.
Yep. So, like, if you read the fast ferment manual, it talks about that bottom valve assembly, and it's like Mike was saying, it's really difficult to take it apart and then to get it back together where it doesn't leak. And they tell you, I think you got to clean it. It's not that often. It's like every 6 to 10 batches or something like that. But we found you got to take that thing apart like at least every other batch. Otherwise, you get that gunk that's in the ball.
Well,
and it's
got that one. It's got that one blank cavity area that you can't get in there and clean, man. So it's got to be taken all the way. And let me tell you, I couldn't read the manual. In my iPhone in voiceover mode, just it didn't play nice.
Sure.
So I figured that out on my own, sight unseen, trying to take that so much apart. And the scary part was trying to put it back together. I've got 2 valves, all right, and I even bought food grade grease, so I keep that thing greased. You know?
Yeah.
Oh man, I tell you.
So the new valves, I guess they did a revision on their valve system, so they now have it where you can pop the handle off, and then the whole thing and the ball valve itself comes out, so you can clean that cavity. But even at that rate, it's really difficult. It's a pain. It's a chore. And then, like you said, you got to re-grease it every time, and it's not fun at all.
No. Well, this valve is it's you don't even have to take it apart to clean it. I forget. It's a butterfly valve. It's not a ball valve. But these are common in brewing applications. You know.
They're really durable too. Hey, I wanted to pipe in for a second because for others who I've been there with Mike, and I'll tell you what, Kevin, if you want to see something funny, you ought to watch Mike and I bounce around that kitchen, bumping into each other. He's got a good excuse. I don't. But we're sitting around there. We're drinking some liquor, having a couple of beers, and oh, by the way, right there where that fast ferment is over his left shoulder, right behind, right next to that, a little closer to that to the stove is where he's got this huge still system set up, and it's phenomenal the way he's got this thing balanced and clamped in there where it won't move. So we're operating that thing at the same time we're bouncing around. Now, Mike, in the interest of full disclosure, I just wanted to share as well that, and I've told people this before, that you've never lived until you get together with about 9 other folks that are blind in one room and have a bunch of drinks. Being the only sighted person there, I was humbled and I was rolling over laughing because you talk about a good time. You get a bunch of these guys together, and they were guys and gals. I mean, Mike's got a huge community there. They kind of get together, and to just sit around and share some quality time with them as they poke fun at each other, make jokes about seeing something. A guy will kick a beer over, a guy go, I saw that coming. You roll over and you just, without for the sake of getting. I guess weird on you, but you just thank the Lord that and your lucky stars that you do have a sight. But I think Mike would share with you too that he sees more now than he's ever seen in his life. He's told me that. It's hard for me to fathom.
Sure.
Well, that is true. I mean, literally see more now without sight than I ever more. And basically, guys, excuse my French, but you just, I get tired. Everybody asks, hey, Mike, did your hearing get better? No, it's just you learn how to pay the fuck attention. That's it. That's the whole secret to blindness, man. That's the whole thing. I will tell you this. It's incredible. This part of my memory has increased. Before I got a smartphone, I have an iPhone. I love it and I curse it in the breath. Prior to that, I had just a regular dumb phone, a flip phone. And I could remember name phone numbers, right? Because I had to. I couldn't look at them in a phone book or, it was incredible. My memory had to increase, and man, I noticed it right away. And then when I got the iPhone, I couldn't tell you my own phone number now.
I know one, and that's not my get out of jail number, which is my wife, and that's the only one that I know.
Yeah.
My bail number is my wife.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, give us a quick update on what's going on with the Cock and Horse.
Oh God! So to be honest with you, not much right now. Recently both my in-laws got diagnosed with COVID back in late December, and they were both put into ICU. Both of them got to the point of intubation, but neither one of them had to be intubated. Thank God. One was released towards the end of December. My mother-in-law didn't get.
Oh, she froze. Yeah, I think. Uh-oh, I got 2 freezes. Uh-oh. There we go. I got Mike back.
All right, you got to call Governor Abbott. That ice was screwing you guys up.
Yeah, I know. At least we didn't lose power. Oh,
Yeah.
thank our electric cars. Hey, look, and I do know the story, Kevin, because you and I talked on the phone. Man, our heart goes out to your family and all the families that are suffering through. Because I know that your mother-in-law has other associated issues that she's dealing with at the same time.
Yeah.
And you being number one son-in-law, I know you got her the scooter to move around in. I mean,
I have a bill here somewhere. I'm collecting the bill. Invoice Medicare.
Yeah.
$1,000. No. It's been honestly, it's been a huge learning lesson for all of us. And just how frail, you kind of forget how frail things really are. And then all of a sudden something like that happens, you're like, oh my God. So I've taken off the whole week. And it just worked out. Andres was on vacation, so we've kind of put that on pause for a minute. Starting back this weekend, I'm back over at the distillery.
Okay.
And he's going. Next video that we're going to be doing is going to be kind of like a PID for dummies sort of thing. I'm going to basically screw the entire thing up and then show everybody how fast and easy it can be fixed and get you back to the baseline of what a PID operates at and kind of how we do it. So everybody's been asking, we want to see you guys do a run. So we're actually going to do a run using the PID and people can
great.
Laugh at it later for it, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, I've got a question for you. And others, inquiring minds may want to know is, of course, there's some obvious obstacles that you overcome. Of course, not being able to see. What are some of the most prominent things that you have to overcome when you start, like as an example, making a mash and or running a still?
Well, when it comes to whether it's making a mash, running a still, etc., it's temperatures. All right. I'm going to see a thermometer. I do have. Hang on. Not quite where I thought I was. Hang on. I'm kind of proud. It's a talking thermometer. Works, and it's basically a talking meat probe, kitchen probe. And this is how I first started out. And you got to get this some kind of into the top of the column, your head. And I had I've come a long way, baby. Like I said, my iPhone's in voiceover. I got the eBay app. I got the Amazon app. Well, I'll be trying to build something, right? And to adapt this into a column, right? And the written descriptions of many products don't resemble what the hell, if you could see, you were looking at in the picture. I can tell you. I have so many misfires, it's crazy. But this thing, turn it on, hang on. Here, beeping, and then 81.1 degrees. All right, and I use this for when I'm cooking a mash. The head of the the head of the column, but also gravity, taking gravity readings in the fast ferment. I've got a Tilt Smart hydrometer, which I got to tell you, the concept is fantastic. The app, and I've got the Tilt 2, the latest app, I think the latest app, it's so wonky in voiceover mode. And I don't know. I wish I could get with Marcus and really make that a lot better in voiceover mode. But if I can get the thing calibrated and so right, man, that's great. I can check gravity and temperature, easy peasy. Then I also have, anytime I can beg sighted help, I get sighted help, and we check it manually with a drop-in hydrometer. But George, I probably have spent, I've been close to $8,000 with ever since I saw your first video, George.
Yeah, it's funny. We've all spent a boatload of money since watching George. It's like,
hey, look, I'm sorry that I'm the brunt of your financial woes.
Yeah. Well, no. Hey, I love this hobby. I mean, I love it so much because you'll hit a point, and it's not an aha moment. I don't think you'll ever hit an aha moment because it's just so vast that it's just bottomless. But you'll get to a point where you're really going to start understanding the how the theories and how everything works, and it's like you're going to have a watershed moment at the very least, and you're going to say, well, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try this. And sometimes that's why I love your channel, you and Kevin and Andreas, because you're not afraid to try something, stuff that we've always thought, well, I'd try one day. And funds are tight this month, I can't.
Yeah, there's a lot of failures, and Kevin can tell you there's a lot of failures that go along with that. And every once in a while, we include them in a video because, as we said here, and I said on one video, man, yeah, shit happens. It happens more often than you think, but a lot of times, for the sake of time and video, you edit some of those out because you're like, nobody needs to see every bit of that. But sometimes, for every once in a while, it's good to just kind of show that, hey, man, everything doesn't work perfect. I mean, all the theory in the world. We lost Mike here for a second. Let's see if he can come back in. But Kevin, and we'll wait and see how long it takes him to get back in there.
Sure. So our next video actually we're calling what were we calling it? Taking a piss. That's the next video day, which is we're gonna take the morning piss stuff, put it in the still, and do the PID thing. So that's gonna be our next one. I am fully aware I'm gonna do the entire process of at least 4 times.
There he is. Hey, he's back. Mike, we got you back. Mike, I got you, but we can't hear you.
He finds himself a little bit lonely today.
If you can hear me, Mike, just wave. Wait, yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna give Mike a chance. He's got to move up to the camera there and try to work through his iPhone.
Sure.
Oh,
I'm actually really curious. I want to ask him a few different questions. So, like, one, did he get into this hobby before losing his sight, or was it after losing his sight?
I believe, from what I can recall, I believe it was after he lost his sight. Let's see if he's back yet. Mike, can you hear us? No, he's still working on the audio portion, but we'll let him go ahead and work through that because I want to make sure I leave him up for right now. Yeah,
sure.
I'll leave him up for right now because so when he does come back in, we'll be able to hear him. Yeah, but I'd like to have Mike tell you the story, but he lost his sight like at middle age through diabetes. So he does have a memory of a lot of things.
Sure. So how's Texas holding up? Everybody back?
Yeah, we're back up with power for a good portion of the state, but there's still a lot of folks that are without power, and we had to. Ours went out totally for about 20 some hours, which was an extended period of time. Yeah, and I was
It'll cause a blind man to drink.
Oh, oh man, what a way to
Tell you about
what? Yeah. You got a hell of a way of overcoming a damn disability.
Hey, if alcohol's a crutch, then this shit's the wheelchair. I guess you call it a brandy. George, remember I made up these different flavored vodkas, so to speak. So this is made up of equal portions that I blended strawberry chocolate vodka, peppermint coconut chocolate vodka, which I call peppermint patty vodka. And then what else? I think I have the orange cello in here. and I got one more. I can't remember without looking at my notes, but and I barrel aged it, and this has been in here since about in the barrel since. I tell you, I'll be right back.
If it ain't one thing, it's another, Mike.
All right. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What do we got?
You have spaghetti
Okay.
and
Oh
string.
yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I'm gonna mute that for right now. Kevin, what are you up to?
Oh, I had to join Mike. And so,
Okay, I saw.
yeah, I got tired of bringing small bottles home, so I just started bringing the Coke boys.
You start bringing the big ones in.
I walked in one day with this thing right here, like full of 6.5 gallons. And my wife's like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "It's a weekend."
Oh,
That'll
that'll last you a while. I'm kind of surprised that Andreas hasn't popped in yet. I know he's out there on the slopes. I sent him the invite. We'll see if he gets a chance, if he gets a signal out there.
Yeah, when I called him, they were just about to get on the list. He was spotty then. So once they get up to the top of the mountain, I'm sure that he's not gonna have any.
Yeah, we got Mike back. Mike, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. That was my daily Meals on Wheels.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, we actually muted it while you were going through that. So
all right. I've got a glass raised. Y'all gonna join me?
Kevin had.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Bottoms up.
Oh, you guys. It's a little bit too early in the morning for me.
Wow, that's good.
It was 5 o'clock somewhere in the Pacific.
Yeah, exactly. No, actually in the
In the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Somewhere it's 5 o'clock, I promise you.
Wow. Well, Mike, you got one hell of a setup in there, buddy.
Yeah. Now, Mike, can I ask Mike a few questions?
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead. Yeah.
Just insanely blown away. So Mike, did you get into the craft art distilling prior to losing your sight or after?
No, this was many years after. I think I was just cruising YouTube, and I believe I came across Bearded and Bored, his first video on making, I think it was sweet apple pie.
Yeah.
He was doing Applejack freeze distillation, and I looked up some more videos on making Applejack, and somehow through suggested videos, I came across one of George's very early videos, and that's what got my interest started in distilling. Prior to that, my distilling knowledge was reading the comics, Snuffy Smith and all shit like that. That's about it.
Gotcha. Do you find that the thing that I love most about this craft, this art, this hobby is the problem solving that you have to do to kind of get and tweak everything to how you want it. There's a lot of problem solving.
Well, as we go through this, I'm telling you, there's just so much information here. We have to kind of break this up into a couple of different videos because we were online for an hour and 15 minutes easily and could have gone a lot longer. So we'll break off here and pick up on the next video. Happy distilling.